Okay, hello, this is Gavin and welcome to another Cymatic video. This time I'm going to talk about the football odds predictor, which is this button here, and it's a feature in the software that enables you to calculate what you think the true odds are for various different football markets based on statistics and mathematical formulae. So once you've estimated the true odds, you can look at the market and say, well, does the market look misaligned? Has the market gone out of whack? And if it has, maybe I should take a bet and hope that the market comes back to where the true odds are. And many times it will come and settle back down nearer to the true odds before the match starts. So how do we go about calculating the true odds for football matches? Well, you need two numbers. They look quite simple, but they're incredibly complicated to calculate. Well, you know, they are quite complicated. You can't just work them out in a flash. But fortunately, there are some websites that have done a lot of the work and have a market that displays what those two values should be. So how do we work out the total goals? How many goals do we think are going to be scored in this match? Well, if we go to Sporting Index, it's a spread betting company, or here's another one, SpreadX. We can look at what the market is doing there for the total goals and the supremacy of the home team. Now, the total goals here is the mid price. The buy and sell prices here are 2.3 and 2.5. So the calculations made by all the people that are inputting these numbers into this spread betting market reckon that there's going to be 2.4 total goals on average. So I'm going to put that in as my first input value. SpreadX, by the way, have got a very slightly different figure, not too far off. They've got a mid figure of 2.35, so it's quite similar. Okay, the next figure we need is the home supremacy. This, in a nutshell, this is how much better the home team is when they're playing against the away team and when they're at home. What advantage, how much better are they going to be? Well, the figure here in Sporting Index, the top figure, is the home supremacy. They display it like this. It's the team that has the supremacy / the other team. So here Crystal Palace, which is actually the home team. Crystal Palace is going to be better than Everton. 0-0 is nil -nil is just how they show this as home supremacy. It's the top value in the most popular markets, and they reckon it's going to be between -0.1 goals and 0.1. So the average of those two is 0. So they don't think Crystal Palace has an edge over Everton in this match. So we'll just leave a 0 in there, and if we go to SpreadX, you can see -0.1 to 0.1, and the mid value again is 0. So we put a 0 in. If when you're looking at these values you notice that the home team is listed second, then you'll put a minus number in the home supremacy. I'll quickly show you one so you can see what I mean. Let's go to Championship, Birmingham versus Norwich. Birmingham's the home team, but Birmingham is shown second in the home supremacy. So Norwich, the away team, has supremacy, and the mid value there is 0.35. So if we were doing Birmingham versus Norwich, we would put minus 0.35 in the box in the football odds predictor. Right, so let's go back to where we were. Crystal Palace versus Everton, and we've got our values. We've got 0 and 2.4. So we've put those values in. Then all we do is hit calculate, and it works out loads of different markets prices automatically based on some mathematical formulae. So what does it think? It thinks that the two teams are equal. They should both be at a price of 285 in the match odds market, and the draw at 3.36. Well, the Betfair market, here it actually is. Crystal Palace is trading below that, several ticks below, and Everton several ticks above. So the Betfair market is currently swung in favour of either thinking that Crystal Palace is going to come out on top, or the prices have just traded in that direction momentarily for whatever reason, and this gives us the idea that maybe they'll come back and they'll settle closer to what we think the true statistical odds are before the match. And you can see here, you can either back Everton, expecting them to come down nearer to 285, and there's a back bet there. 2.94 was the entry price. Or you could lay Everton, expecting them to come up to 2.85, and then once the price has moved closer to the true odds, you'd be looking to close your position, take a profit, and green up and make money before the match starts. So just have a quick look at some of the other markets. Correct score, Asian handicap, overs and unders. Let's have a look what the overs and unders are doing on Betfair. Over and under 0.5. So we've predicted unders 0.5 are going to be 9.88, which is pretty accurate in the middle of the two prices trading on Betfair. Overs over 0.5 goals, we reckon 1.11, and look, that's pretty much bang on. That's the mid price of the Betfair market. Excuse me. Under 1.5, over and under 1.5 goals, we've predicted that it should be trading at 3.36, and it's a little under that. So possibly an opportunity there to lay the under 1.5 goals, looking for the price to come back up to 3.36. And the over 1.5 goals market, the Betfair price is trading around the 1.47, 1.48ish, and statistically it should be 1.42. So perhaps over and unders is a little bit too high, and we can trade that down, we can back that down, and we can lay the under 1.5 up. So another opportunity there. So you can use this tool to find various markets where you think there are opportunities, and what you really should be doing is giving extra weight to your decisions by getting as many inputs as you can. We've used statistical inputs, what we think are right, based on some spread betting marketplaces. But we can also look at the bookmaker market and see what they're doing. So let's just go back to where we started, the match odds market. And there are our predictions, and there are the actual Betfair prices. In this scenario, we've thought let's back it down. We've backed Everton down at 2.94. We're looking for it to move down to 2.85. And one of the pieces of evidence that makes you think that might happen is looking at the bookie prices. I'll I'll just get rid of this bets column, get that out of the way so the prices don't take up so much space. And there are lots of bookies here offering you to let you back at 2.8. You're going to back Crystal Palace at 2.8. Well, where's the bookie's profit margin? If the true odds are at 2.85, you can see that these bookies are trying to lay it for a bit less than that. They'll let you back it at 2.8. Some of the bookies are at 2.7, 2.75. But these bookie prices should not be above the Betfair price. So in this case they are. So you're thinking, well, the Betfair price ought to come back up to just above the bookie prices and closer to the expected statistical true price for these markets. So that adds weight to our thought process, seeing that the bookie price is higher than the Betfair price. Okay, well, I'll wrap this video up here, and thanks very much for watching, and good luck with your football trading. All the best. Bye now.